home when you look. You're right. Your sister was home when you look. You're right. Your brother was home when you look. You're right. The dog was home when you look. You're right. The cat was home when you look. You're right. The fish was home when you look. You're right. Your mommy, your daddy, your brother, your sister, the dog, the cat, the fish was home when you look. You're right. And that's the reason you look. You're right.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. Welcome to Attorney Commander Galpohkpa Chesson Talk Show. Before I begin my show this morning, I want to take a few minutes to express my best wishes to the rest of America that is locked down now or are under power outages because of this bad, inclement weather. I can see from the television that people are out of heat, people are out of light, especially in Texas. The cold, this unusual weather that is going through the United States of America now, with even snow on the beaches, is headed north or northeast soon. So as we look at those people down in Texas and all across the South that are suffering from this inclement weather, we hope that there will be relief of this cold soon, the lights and conditions on the roads or the accidents going on, the injuries, and especially to our state polices and city police. We hope you all are cautious and be mindful of the fact that although you are doing your jobs, you must be conscious of the vehicles around you. It's not a matter of drunk driving. It's a matter of weather condition. And you know some of our people not used to this winter weather driving yet, and they're still not conscious of the fact that they need to be extra cautious. So to all my first responders out there, to all of our state police out there, hats off to you. Be cautious, stay alert, stay alive. So let's get into my lesson this morning. My topics are America's leaders, hate and confusion amid Joe Biden's challenges. 2, Liberia's president, George Weah, sleeps, thinks, acts, and is ignorant. 3, the consciousness of Diaspora Liberians. Let's get into my lesson. My first topic, America's leaders are functioning in a state of hate and confusion amid Joe Biden's challenges. Let me remove this topic. And let's get into my lesson, okay? We have a serious problem in America right now. The Republican Party and the Democrats are totally divided. They're divided on how to handle Donald Trump. One man, 4 years, spewing hate, spewing division, spewing racism, spewing race supremacy, spewing evil in America. Why? Because he wants to remain in power for life. And in order to do so, he got to bring out what has been in him forever. The childishness, the privilege, the racism, the hate, and the pure arrogance of wealth that you never own, that you never worked for, and you never known what it means to earn something. So a man like Donald Trump has no problem stepping on poor people, has no problem on killing us, has no problem in insulting other people who are less wealthy than him. And we see over time again that those that follow Donald Trump are the landowners and the poor whites who have depended on stealing from black people all their lives, on sitting down and eating everything they got in one day time and looking at us and say, look at the black people, why they got and we ain't got. Let's go take it from them. And these are the people that stormed the White House. If I'm lying, the FBI just came out with a financial report of all these people, most of them that are being arrested from that riot. Many of them got bankruptcy. Many of them got poor. Many of them got serious financial problems. And these are the people from time immemorial who will sit down, eat everything they got, and depend on their privileged white position to rise up and say, oh, we ain't got what those niggas got. Let's go get it. And they take the law in their hands. And there's no law to help us because the same cops and all those people are among those poor people. People in the military and all are among those poor people who buy 4 or 5 Jeeps for their children and all of them. And they are poor people. They know they can't afford it. They know they ain't got the money to afford it. But to present themselves as wealthy people, privileged above poorer whites and poorer blacks. And poor blacks, not even poorer, poor blacks. They go and buy all these expensive things. Some of them got 4 or 5 jet skis. 2 jet skis, 2 cars. Want to impress people. Then they get into these deep financial problems. Then they look around and say, see the black people driving their good cars too. See a man like me driving my X3 or X1. Then they sitting there looking at how that nigga got that kind of car. And we got all this bill. They don't deserve that thing. Let's go take it from them. Then these evil people sit down and put on coons and all kind of ragamuffin outfits to come steal from black people. Then they call and say KKKs and skinheads. And all. This thing got to stop. It has got to stop. And the only way we can stop it if we become conscious of who we are. And as long as we don't understand the situation in mainstream America today and try to get a grasp of why we need to be involved with it, how we need to be involved, what must be our contribution to all these things that go on. And we just dismiss it, and think like Liberian politics will change us, or black politics in the lay community will change us. It ain't gonna 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 help us. It will just make us more ignorant than we should be. So here we are now. The Republicans are so confused. We got a group. Every day I look at this Scaramucci guy. Scaramucci was Trump former press secretary or something like that, young guy. And now he's so pissed off with Trump. And every time he appears on CNN, you can see this frustration and utter disgust in him, talking about changing the party and moving away from Trump. But these were the same people who came to enable this guy. Enable this guy. And that's why I like this new CNN reporter, Cross Connection. She hits around the point. She asked this King Scaramucci, he was pissed off with her because she was dissing him. And she asked him, but you are the same people that enabled this man. Now you turn against him. And you can't give us a good reason why. After you had enabled this man to the point where he's doing what he wants to do now, and you find out that you're enabling, that's made this man a monster, an uncontrollable monster. So how will you change the party now? How will you move the sensible Republicans from the crazy QAnon Republican? How you move those people from the people who believe in aliens and that Donald Trump is a god? How do you move the Republican Party away from nonsensical, nonsense thinking people? How do you do that? You can't. Now Mitch McConnell, another insane man, he gotta be insane. He said and enabled this man for 4 years. Never changed anything this man did. But you see, this is the trick that God plays on deceitful men. Mitch McConnell thought he was using Donald Trump to enable himself to rise to greater power and greater so say all in the Republican Party. He thought somewhere in the end Donald Trump was going to fall. But Donald Trump didn't fall. After he enabled this man so much, this man ran out of control. You enable one man to lie 30,000 times in 4 years. You enable one man to lock people, children up and separate them from their parents. Now they can't find their parents. The children are growing up with parental love or care. Now we're talking about giving them to family members and things that they don't even know. We got the DACA children who've been here since birth. Some of them are college-educated business people, professional, successful people. You take them and you want to send them out of here to send them away. That's the same thing you do to the Mexican children you took with our fathers now and parents. You took them from their parents now. You wait until they get educated and college degree, then you say they must go back to Mexico or wherever they come from. This is evil. Then you want to take us, Black Americans, and send them back into serving your laziness, your uselessness. People who sit down and let us build this country for you. You take all our credit, all our genius, all our abilities for your own self-credits. And you still want to do it again? All those people that attack the Capitol building are the children of these useless people who write books telling them how to enslave us to continue getting rich off our sufferings and impoverishment and pains and debts. You know, these are the same people. So now Mitch McConnell now come with deceitful self. Tell us that because of some jurisdictional BS, we must forget about the attack on our constitutional government, on our system of leadership, on the pride and dignity of our system that the whole world is trying to follow, that has maintained peace and stability for almost 300 years. You come and snap, join a foolish man to do all of this, then you come tell us some stupid thing about jurisdiction over the pride and dignity of America, to punish this man who is so privileged and think he owns so much in America that he led ragamuffins to attack the Capitol building of the United States of America. Then after spewing all this stupid nonsense about jurisdiction, then he come and tell us Donald Trump should be arrested. He's a criminal. And besides the jurisdictional point he laid his decision on, it's not any precedent. Nobody has decided on it before. It has always been a debate in Congress whether people can punish a president after he leaves office or not. But Mitch McConnell did this thing specifically to reach to this decision. Because with what Donald Trump has done to our country, to our Congress, to our officials of government, is a desecration of our divine leadership in the world, our divine constitutional democracy. They trample upon the blessings of God on America. And when Nancy Pelosi then took that impeachment document over to Congress, they should have acted on it immediately. But instead of that, these people have no pride and dignity in our country. They put it aside to go on vacation, to go sit down and talk with their racist buddies and things of what steps they should take. Now this useless Mitch McConnell and weak minority leader come back and tell her he been thinking about it. And the jurisdictional position is that we cannot punish an ex-president. Why did he become ex? Because you sat on an impeachment document. Because you played politics with the national security of the United States of America and the security and lives of millions of people that voted to oust this man. Because it's an evil, wicked, racist, race supremacist, crazy, and insane leadership that caused over 400, nearly 500,000 now Americans to needlessly die. Then you say, I'm going to forget this man. So now, he threw his lot, thinking that his deceitfulness, his racist tendencies, his race supremacist ideology would raise him to higher heights and higher strengths and higher God-like power that he used so much to hurt Barack Obama and to hurt our black people and communities, and still hurting us because our people still suffering. Who you think can't eat in America? Who you think don't have access to money and to pay their rents and things? Who you think don't do it? Don't have it? The poor Americans, black, Hispanic, all of us dark skinned. No matter which country you come from, all of us with dark skin suffer more than the white looking people. We can't tolerate that. It's not about black people no more. It's never been about black people. It's for dark-skinned people. It ain't matter where you come from, Puerto Rico, San Juan, Dominico, Guatemala. You see, that's the difference between us. Us with Hispanics and Puerto Ricans, some Puerto Ricans, we are Africans. When you go into Guatemala and other people, those people are not used to Africans. They don't have too many dark skin of us. Cuba, yes, they got dark skin of us. And you see Ted Cruz them and Mark Rubio them, how they treat American people. So you know who are these people in Cuba. These were some of the same people Castro ran out, Austin. Now they come here, they bring their privileged lives, they bring their racism, they bring their evils that they perpetrated against their own people in Cuba. Yeah, so we can see it. And these are the people who are fussing now with the same new breed of Republican partisans who think that these people are obsolete, are holding the party down, holding Donald Trump from being a full dictator of the United States of America. And they want this Mitch McConnell. They want this Ted Cruz. Look at Ted Cruz, how he's growing all that beard that you can't see his face. And he think he's looking cute. He's a monster. Look at him. And you will see, they thought they were using Jesus Christ's name and divine blessing over America to accelerate Donald Trump, to lift him up high. And this will come back to strike them down. I told you, Jesus doesn't like ugly. And those that take his name in vain for their own political aggrandizement and their own wealth seeking, dimensional greed and all of that, they will get punished. They will get punished here and in hell. Because Jesus Christ doesn't like ugly. And the more people that may begin to speak out who are conscious of Jesus' grace, Jesus' knowledge and teachings, Jesus' power, mysteries, when we expose these people, they will be destroyed. There's no way people like me, with the knowledge of Jesus Christ, being a Christian soldier, can come and divulge all these things. And the evil people persist. It can't happen. Because for me to do this is to sacrifice everything I am. It's to sacrifice everything I am. Who knows what the people will do to me? I have no power. My own people didn't even understand why I'm teaching them. They're so imbued with blindness. Everything we think of is selfish. It's self-oriented. There's nothing we think about in the collective. We don't own that ability because it has been taken away from us. So no matter what kind of education we got, there's a ceiling to our upliftment because we have accepted who we are. We have accepted that we are inferior. We are accepted that our lives in Liberia and Africa cannot grow over the Western world. We have accepted that our knowledge is inferior and limited. And Rodney Chesson has not accepted that. Why? Because I failed the bar exam? That doesn't characterize me. That's who I am. Books don't make me who I am. I wouldn't even know how to hold a book if I didn't have divine blessing. Look at all the people that got educated and said they weren't going to get educated unless there were people who pushed them. Look at all the people who are talking today. People had to push them. I got pushed too. When my aunt on her dying bed tell me if I didn't get my education, I would not measure up to my father's children. She was telling me, you have the ability. And if you don't seek it and wait for other people to tell you what you need to do, you will fail. So on my dying bed, I'm telling you now, knowledge is power. I'm a scientist. I'm a soldier. I'm a lawyer. I'm a doctor. My training, when my mother saw my medical training from the army, my degree, my certificate, my medical certificate, when she saw it from the army, she yelled. She said, what? She said, this was the degree Dr. So-and-so had in Liberia for years, white doctor. She said they were the only degree the man had in his hospital to certify that he's a doctor. She said, you got this thing? I said, our people don't know. But they had a medic running Liberia, biggest medical facility for years, with the same medic degree I got. So that to tell you, I can come and open my own medical institution. I'm certified. I'm a nurse. Not nice. I'm a nurse. So I'm certified. And besides that, I'm an administrator. I can administer an office. I can administer Liberia better than Ellen Johnson Sirleaf ever did. Because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf does not know Liberian culture as I do. She doesn't know Liberian sentiments as I do. You know, they come with all the useless thing, acting like and Papa don't come and all that kind of stupid thing. Where I come from, I never heard of Papa don't come. Papa don't come. What is Papa don't come? I know English, I ever heard Liberian people talking. Oh, Papa don't come. Papa, the Congo people, the Americo people. Oh, Papa don't come. Papa don't come. Papa don't come. Papa don't come. That sounds something from down south here in Louisiana. Oh, Papa don't come. Papa don't come. You see, when you got an American rhythm in you, you can't take it from you. I came with it in Liberia. I was born with it. Oh, Papa don't come. Come. Oh, Papa don't come. He don't come from Germany to roll Liberia. Oh, Papa don't come. Come. Oh, I am a lotto. Hey, I'm not the food of native. Papa don't come. Come. Papa don't come. Come. Yeah, then you see all the native people just jump. Hey, the queen, the mulatto queen, the queen, make a president, make a queen, make a lord, let's submit to her. Joseph Boca, come drop. Eric Cummings, come drop. Better than you. Oh, this other corn, he won't mess Ellie Johnson. She can't stand better than you. So you know Costa is on her game. Because Costa, he fighting to free Liberia to be senator, so better than you and Boca can be president, vice president. Then poor Alec Cummings there, just hanging on, thinking that he leading something. Oh, I'm honest. I'm the leader. Yeah, you come here with your Ellen Johnson stupid crap and slap your face and get it out of here. But anyway, this is what we are now. So we had this other group in America confused. And you see Liberian people are just the Republicans. Look at how the Republicans acting right now. Look at how Liberian people acting. We know different. We took all the Republicans' evil ways because they were our slave masters. And we took them right back to Liberia. What do you think some Look at the way Donald Trump now acting right now. Privileged, don't want to give up anything. They feed their own the land and all of that. And they don't. The Indians own the land. The Indians not even complaining no more because they've been suppressed so long. They're scared to talk before they suppress them some more. And so they're just hanging on, looking at all the confusion, say, "Dad, these people stole our land, now they're acting like that they're part of land." And you're Donald Trump, like, this is our land. It's a land for us. Everybody come from Finland. Then the poor Indians say, "Oh, damn it, they call them more white people." It's just, where are the brothers? So now Stacey Adams got up, saw through all the shenanigans, and said, "My people, we can rally up and beat these people." They say, man, Stacey, you like to be talking all this. Stacey said, "I told you we can do this thing." Then up come this African telling you, "Stacey, don't run for president. You are an organizer. Organize these people." And Stacey heard the words in the wilderness coming up from the commander. "I'm going to be there. I'm blessed by the hands of Jesus Christ. When I talk, the wind will carry it." And people will hear in their ears, "Commander says, Commander says, Chesson says." Then they jump. She said, "Oh, I got to go unite the people. Unite, let's come together. Let's do this door to door. Let's get these people up. Come on, let's go. Black, white, everybody, let's wake these people up and tell them what's happening around here." Pop! The white people were sleeping when they woke up. Georgia had flipped. Now Donald Trump asking, "Who is this Stacey Adams? Who is this Stacey Adams? Who is this Stacey Adams?" You were sleeping, Papi. You were sleeping. You were sleeping. Now Georgia going to sue him for criminal action because he couldn't believe that Stacey Abrams could do it. And that's the same spirit Americans need. Nothing is impossible until Jesus Christ said it's impossible. Man does not control this earth, and black people have given up or never got their true belief in Jesus Christ. You can't believe in Jesus Christ and go high under the bed. You can't believe in Jesus Christ and depend on the same white man to feed you and clothe you and do everything for you. Then you say Jesus Christ will free you. Free you from what? Your own stupidity? Like the Liberian people in Liberia today. That's why I tell you, we're all the same. We live in different parts of the world, but our mentalities are inferior. Inferior. You live in this country 400 years, and you still waiting for the white man to take you by the hand and lead you to the well to drink, which he has done so many times by writing books, by having symposiums, by having different things. But instead of black people coming out to lead themselves, they go to all these meetings, they learn all the book, but they sit down and wait for white people to come and tell them how to do it. And that's not Commander Chesson. That's not my philosophy. So I want to be with a white man that comes and tell you, get the hell up and do some damn work. I am that white man who looks like a black man, and my own people cannot accept it because they think I'm different. The Liberians in Rhode Island are coming, the Liberian white man. They don't call me that in Rhode Island because they cannot accept my philosophy of changing my country. It's still foreign to them because I'm not corrupt. I'm demanding them to work. I'm demanding accountability. Why do you think I'm broke away from all the society thing? Because everybody want to know who's going to get the credit. And I'm not about that. I'm about who's going to do the damn work. Who cares about the credit? The people will know who to give credit to. I'm going to jump up and say, I did it. Right there, you know that's a fraud, because no black man who really works and achieves something will get up and say, I did it, I did it, I did it. No. We got too many sycophants. We got too many liars. We got too many deceitful, traitorous black people. So how do we distinguish who our real leaders are when everybody wants credit? Everybody wants position. Everybody wants something for something. Who will recognize Chesson? I got more training than most Liberian people will ever dream of. But when I tell you the truth, when I tell you I can't participate in the bullshit you're doing because it is stupid and insane, then you want to punish me by not supporting me, by not sending me money, by thinking I got too much money, I had enough. I don't have to come into that mess and work for you. I don't. I don't. And you will soon see. Jesus isn't ready yet. You will see. Good players don't fight for jerseys. Good players don't fight for jerseys. Whether people won't hurt you for racism, people won't hurt you for jealousy, people won't hurt you because they know you know better than them. And if given the chance, you excel and blow them out of the water so they won't step on you, step on your image, step on every word you say against you. And the dummies who always say yes sir, yes sir, yes sir, and clap to everything. Look at George Weah there. His speech just full of lies. The American add, can subtract, and all of Nima people who supposed to be the smartest people in that people sitting down there. Hey, yeah, we are country giant. Oh, country giant. This is the thing we're suffering. And it comes from here. The same thing with Republicans. Look at them. Look at the white people who think they're so privileged, that they're different from black people, that they got some kind of abilities that other than black people, but they still poor, they still bankrupt, they still can't get their lives together like the white people they want to be like. They're too proud to beg the white people they want to be like for money and for help, but they want to steal from the black people to live like their white masters. These are the vagabonds. These are the ragamuffins that attack the Capitol building. These people that are put in jail every day in ACI in Rhode Island. These people who are shit in the jail and I gotta go clean that shit sometime. These people who will lock up because they're crazy to go in a place of decency and shit on the floor and take it and spear it all over the wall. Put the same trousers on. You're not used to this thing? This thing for soldiers and trained correctional officers. This is shit I want to go back to do. In Liberia, deal with the underbellies. Deal with the ragamuffins. Deal with the slum dwellers. Where we are, all these people, deal with them effectively. Let them not stand before me and talk about injustice. I will kick their asses. This is not French. This is Donald Trump language. The same language we use in Liberia. So I dwell enough on this topic because all of this thing here is causing Joe Biden not to progress, causing us to die more. Look at yesterday, 2,000 something died. We can't get our COVID vaccination good because these crazy people still can't come to grips with the fact that there's only one America. We must work together. There is a necessity because our country is a democratic nation that encourages debate and collective actions. Sensible, directional, constitutional. And until we come to that, we'll suffer. We the poor black people, the poor dark-skinned people, the people who know we're black, will suffer. Because our children will stay out of school. We will be put out of our houses for not paying rent. We will be sleeping in our cars in the cold, during cold weather. Not the white children. The few of them who stand with us will suffer. But we will suffer more. Who have died the most? Y'all think I'm talking all of this because I want to just spew this thing or talk political BS? I'm not a politician. I'm an educator. I don't want to deal with all this stupidness. But nobody talking. And my people are dying. And this is BS. My young children, only y'all can change the destiny of America. These old people, they're sick. They're racist imbued. Laziness. Stealing from black poor people. Time and time again. Wanting to live like the rich white people who are enjoying America right now. Because Trump using these poor ragamuffins to make the 1% richer. And they're living large now. While these poor, useless Republicans who attacked the state house going to jail. And they're talking about the president sent us there. President, yeah, y'all will see what the president sent you there will do to y'all. You got 24-year-old girl standing up in there showing Nancy Pelosi plaque. Now she talking about she was innocently drawn into that. You ever seen an innocent 21-year-old woman? Or innocent woman who's so blind and dumb will go into the Capitol building with a riotous crowd and into the speaker office and take something on her desk and proudly show it to the world. Then you won't come here and tell us you are pulled into, dragged into it innocently. You see, these are the privileged people we got to punish. These are the people who get degrees and don't know they are men and women. And these are the same people in Liberia. Because they are trained by these same people. They go to Liberia with the same dumb, useless attitude. They can't excel so far. Somebody else got to take their hands and lead them. So if they don't lead them, they're just there to steal because they don't have no sense of patriotism. They don't have no sense of ownership to Liberia. They are born and trained in the society that does not guarantee black people real life. If the president, the governor of New York, can tell his police officer to stop and frisk search any black person they want, and you got those jealous, useless cops who now buy 4-5 cars and can't pay their bills, can't pay their children's tuition fee. They're so damn broke trying to live like Donald Trump. You got them seeing a black man dress up like me going to work. What do you think they would do? Come to embarrass me. Put me up against the wall. Show me that although I'm dressed up, I'm just a simple nigger. These are the things that people do to us. They turn the law against us. Or they make laws without thinking about other races. Only the white race. And this is what going on in Congress today. All these useless Republicans, Ted Cruz, Rubio, Mitch McConnell. Or how can you respect people like that? As an American citizen with rights, dignity, and knowing my constitutional rights, how can I respect Mitch McConnell, Ted Cruz, Mark Rubio, John Kennedy, Jim Jordan, and all these racist people that I know are racist, that I know are intentionally doing things to kill my people and hurt my community, and the rest of the racist white people are just sitting there looking. And that's why I gave Nancy Pelosi her flowers. She's the only one talking about forming a commission to go after these people. Democrats are weak. Democrats are soft. And this is what I fear about Joe Biden too. He may come there acting weak and soft. and talking about economy, and pandemic. And don't forget that the people that preventing him from succeeding are the same people that Nancy Pelosi wants to go after, want to charge with criminality and the destruction of the American society. So let me get into my useless Liberian society with the same problems. Now we got this George Weah. And I'm so thankful for people like Francis Dole, for people like Prophet Key, for people like Costa, for people who keep on these people with what they say, what they're doing. Because some of us, we ain't got time for that ignorant man. I can't even hear what George Weah, I can't understand it. I don't know, because I've been in Liberia so long. But it's disgusting. Every time our president talk, he sounds like an ignoramus. I either got to want to listen to him or just get disgusted at what he's saying, because there is no way we can have competent Liberian high school and college students. Look at Dr. Zia, Dr. Moses Zia II. How that man was so eloquent, was so clear, was so fluent in his English. Then you listen to a dummy like George Weah leading our country. Can't even speak English, can't even pronounce words, can't even do mathematics. His whole presentation is just screwed up. And we call him president. And that's the man supposed to be paying Dr. Zia. That's the man supposed to be paying competent Liberian youngsters like our professionals in Liberia. Our president sleeps, thinks, acts, and is an ignoramus. He's a dummy. He's a scum. And you got this man as our president. Every time I hear that man talking, I gotta bend my head in shame and disgrace. I can't even listen to it. If one, I know it will not be true. He's talking a lot of BS. Two, it will be so coherent. I gotta fight to put the pieces together. The man talking in his speech, he said, "Oh, I'm sorry, I had to go 3 steps backwards because of the son or something." Now I'm listening to that kind of thing. I'm wondering what he mean by he gotta go 3 steps backwards. If I don't see the video, I wouldn't even understand what that man talking about. Then his statements are so incoherent. He came from Southtown in 75, came to this thing, then from 1847 to 2023 is 173 years. And all these kind of buffoonish, nonsensical nonsense our president talks to us every day. The fool can't read. The fool can't write. The fool speaks like a bobo. He can't talk. Only the indigenous Liberian people of low education can understand what George Weah is saying. Can clap for him and we're all even comprehending what he's telling them. Or educated man like me cannot understand George Weah. George Weah English is too low down to the earth for me to understand. Only the indigenous people sitting in Nimba there can understand it. I bet you all the intellects from Nimba who in America now, who followers of Prince Johnson, who talking about tribal allegiance to their savior Prince Johnson, all of you are just as useless as those people sitting down there, can't speak nothing, just listen to that ignorant president and clapping. And this is why I go to my third subject. The consciousness of our people. They are all together. Number 2, number 3, they're all intertwined. George, we are steeped in all of that because Liberians in America are not conscious of who they are. Or the problems of Liberia, they're not conscious of it. They sit down here and just listen to bullshit, talking bullshit over and over and over again. And we don't achieve anything. We don't. From 1980 to this day, tribal people just talk. And all the intention is to steal, to hustle for themselves. People not talking anything for our country. Everybody talking, yeah, we need to do this, we need to do that. and they're in America. They don't understand that America is where we can build Liberia. And I keep telling these dummies over and over, but they're just as dumb as George Weah. Dr. Moses Zia is more intelligent than some of our American people here who are advocates. They are dumb. They need to learn from Dr. Zia. Because you cannot be in America fighting for change in Liberia and you don't understand that all voices come together to make a collective voice for all aspects of the problems in our country. All of us not speaking the same thing. That's why I come here and don't take calls or entertain people talking. Because somebody got to go to all the sites, listen to what you're saying, and bring sensibility to collectiveness, the need of a collective action towards Liberia. We have no health care. Our health care system is totally diminished. The pro-poor agenda, this EDSA started in 2017, when we know it started in 2019. The healthcare system is so terrible. George Weah cannot even talk about it. How many doctors we got in Liberia? None. All the leaders of Liberia got hospitals. Hospitals. Own the ambulances. Own everything, and our country don't own nothing. And our people in America still talking about, oh, Liberia can change, George Weah can do. Are you people crazy? Are you people as dumb and stupid as the people in Liberia? They were male and me talk this kind of thing. You say at a cost. You say Paviki the cost. Paviki got sense more than some educated people in the diaspora. You come here and talk BS. You think everything in America can just be taken to Liberia? Who will take it? You think it's free? The people in Liberia stealing everything we got. Then you're still talking about we must take things here and give it to the government and look for foundation. What kind of foundation we found in Liberia to do the work that Liberian people need to do? If we want to help Liberia, the help got to come from here, America. We know our leaders and our country people are illiterate. We know our educated people in Liberia are illiterate. It's not because you can read and write, but you can't understand. You don't have common sense. You illiterate. You illiterate. Whether you're getting degrees and you have no consciousness of the suffering and dying and neglect. And that's why I told who was it? Dr. Kula. I was watching Fokina Shelton, which was a good show. And Dr. Kula was talking about neglect. And I told him, no, it's not just neglect. Anybody can be neglectful. But criminal neglect is malicious neglect. It's purposeful neglect. It's not something you do out of lack of due diligence, lack of due care. No, it's purposeful lack of care. You decided not to do it, not to care for the people. So it's not just neglect. You can be unconscious of your duties and neglect things. But when you are conscious of your duty, but specifically decide that you will not do this thing because it will take money out of your pocket. You will not do this thing because it will cause you to be diminished, and the people you're trying to care for will be uplifted over you. You will not get enough money. The money you're not making, you meant the money you're making for your voluntary services to your people. Because we know the Liberian government can't pay all of us. We know people going to government service right now shouldn't be expecting $15,000. But if our legislature and our president are so dumb and so ignorant, and our warlords and our war criminals, there is criminal negligence, criminal neglect, criminal every damn shit in Liberia. From Eric Johnson Sirleaf to Doe, to every Liberian government official, to Prince Johnson and his Nima people, to all these useless people in the diaspora who are perpetuating war and evil and corruption and stealing in Liberia. It's starting from right here in America. All your deceitful people come on the air and act like you're advocates. You're not advocates. You people are rogues. You people are seeing people supporting tribalism and talking about these people did it. Yeah, the Congo people did it. They did it. And you're the greatest rogue in Liberia. That's what Prophet Key said. Prophet Key said it. Y'all got to stop the lying, the betrayal of your own people, your nativism and tribalism, and think about Liberia first. And that's why none of them can support me. Because all the advocates, Yasinde, Weah, and all of them supporting political leaders. How you support political leaders and want to help Liberia? Liberians are divided because of the same political leaders and politics. That's why I curse all of them and call all of them criminals, because all of them have no interest in the collective upliftment of Liberia. And all these people in the diaspora are nothing but politicians. All the diaspora people, and I write all of them, and I call all of them, call me. We need to talk. Let's sit down and organize this thing and see how we can call me. None of them have called me. Why? Because I'm not supporting that dumb criminal Ellis Cummings. I'm not supporting that dumb rogue Benina Ure. I'm not supporting that dumb leech on Liberia, Joseph Boga. And most of all, I ain't working for no dumb, useless government that doesn't know A from B, 1 to 5, nor anything about Jesus Christ. Do I look like a dummy? My lesson is done, dear children. All the words I use are words that Donald Trump used. All the words I use are not profanity. Our young people can hear them. Our young people need to hear them. So, what's for American kids cannot be for my kids. My kids are wayward. My kids use worse words than I use. So when American people set a standard on white people's standard, for me to reach to my children, it can't happen. So that when they punish us, when we come here to teach our children, I'm not using profanity like Prophet Key, like Francis Do and other people. I'm using the words that Donald Trump himself used as president of America. And my children are not American children. So if American society want to differentiate kids, don't fix one Caucasian culture and say that's the kids of America. No, that doesn't resemble the kids of America. This is unconstitutional. When you say kids and you place kids on one perspective of the white race, when you base everything of a diverse culture on the white culture, we tire with it because the white culture is deceptive. The white culture is to enslave black people. The white culture is divided on the lines of slavery, on the lines of racism, on the lines of enslavement, on the lines of impunities towards black people. America is divided on hate, on race, on confusion, and on perpetrating evil against black people. And until and unless y'all get your acts together, my country, Liberia, we have nothing but deceived niggas. Blind niggas who won't be leaders in my country and don't even know a thing about leadership. My class is done. This class is not about help it. This class is not about race. This class is about the truth. This class is about constitutional law and justice. This class is about equality and knowing what equality means in the real time. Aluta! Continue. My children, my class is done. Have a good day.